Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is going to be a rather cool unboxing. I picked up a ton of stuff from a Comic Link Connect auction that they had. Comic Link had some pretty cool books, and nobody was bidding. Well, they bid, but they didn't bid as much as I expected. So I got some pretty major steals at this auction, and actually completed a collection that I've been working on for a while. I completed my collection of crime suspense stories. So I got the complete run of crime suspense stories. So I'm going to show the books that I picked up. Should be a pretty cool video, as I said. They wrapped it really, really well. They sent it in a big box. And then it was like multi-layered. It was like really well done. Let's see if I can get it without ruining the plastic. Okay. So yeah, so it was basically a really interesting auction. I totally messed up though, and I learned a lesson. I actually had bought from Comic Link before, and they're a really good auction site, very good auction site. But I made the mistake of putting in my full bid maybe a week or at least a few days before the end of the auction, which is the wrong thing to do, because what people will do is they'll bid up to your price. Fortunately, I was lucky that they didn't go all the way with some of these, but there was a lot where where they had sort of bid me up a bit. So I was like, oh shoot. So I missed out on a few books because of that, actually, because I shouldn't have put in my full bid. So this is going to be like, I guess there's the way that they package them. They're in like four boxes. Yeah, 4 boxes, and they're pretty cool books. These are really great books. I got some, some pretty major books for a great price. It's like here, they really packaged them well, I gotta say. Okay, a little bit of unboxing that's required to get into it, but I wanted to kind of express that what you got to do is, if you're going to bid on Comic Link, make sure that what you do is you don't bid like the way I did. So wait until the last minute and then put whatever strong bid that you really want to put in there. And then you'll get the books generally for a really great price. I did that on a couple of these where I was like, oh, I just got a steal. But I didn't do that all the way, and that was my mistake. I really wish I had known beforehand. But these ones are pretty cool. I'm going to show you. I have to kind of open them up. I didn't realize it was this they were this well packed. They're really well packed. But they are really cool books. I'm building it up. I know it's only 11 books, I believe, in total, or 12 books. But it is worth the wait of me unwrapping all this stuff. You might want to fast forward a bit, maybe fast forward to like 4 minutes in or something. But as I tell you, it's too late. But these ones. So the interesting thing was, it was a Golden Age sale, and there was actually one modern book that I bought, modern-ish. Like I would say, it's Bronze Age, so modern-ish. For me, Bronze Age is modern, but some people would say, oh, that's still old, because Bronze Age is still 50 years ago. So yeah, so most of these are golden, but there is one modern book in here. But these are pretty cool books, and I think you'll like them. You should like them once I get them all out. So I'm almost there. I've gotten through 3 packages now as I'm babbling about this. And yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my goodness. There's still one more to go. Oh, there's more than I thought. I thought it was only 12 books. Or 11 books. But I guess not. I guess it's more than that. The last one has 3 books. Okay, so I'll show you the last one first, since I just opened it. Okay, I managed to get through all the packaging. Whew, that was actually quite challenging. But I'll show you the one that I was talking about, the modern book. I actually thought it was a higher grade, but it was so cheap, so I can't really complain. This is the modern one. I thought it was a 9.6, but I guess it's a 9.2. It's Tarzan 207, which is actually, you'll see, it's issue number 1. So they had an earlier numbering system from a previous publisher, and they just continued on the numbering system. So this is actually Tarzan number 1 for DC. So it says, first DC issue, Origin of Tarzan. Adapts Burroughs' Tarzan of the Apes. Origin of John Carter of Mars. So lots of cool things in this book. That's a great Tarzan book. So, and I got it for $39. It was really cheap. I was like, wow, that was really good. It was a nice little pickup. So normally it goes for a lot more. This is almost cost of the slab, so I thought that was good. Okay, this next one is another one that actually usually goes for a bit of money. This one was about $300. Is Prize Comics. I just thought it was a really nice cover. This is Prize Comics number 49, and the cover is by John. What is it? John Ginuta. Okay, Ginuta, maybe. But just look, I like the way the girl looks. I just thought it was really, really great, good girl art. So this is Prize Comics number 49 from 1945. Just thought that was a really cool cover. Just like the way the girl was drawn. So, so just I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I saw other people selling them for around $700. So when I got it for it was like $275. So like around $300. So I thought that was a good price. This one actually was one I had wanted for a while. And it's one that I really like. I really like these ones with kind of patriotic covers with Mickey, Donald, and Dopey. I always thought this was a really cute cover. So this is Walt Disney Comics and Stories number 58. I don't know who Richard is, but it is definitely a cool cover. It's one where they have like a letter to the American people, and it's signed by I think it's signed by the different people involved. Your sons, husbands, and brothers who are standing today. Oh, it's hard to read. It's really small. Fighting for your, it's like some patriotic thing. It's hard to read because the stamp is right on it. It's a little annoying that way. But give us not only the needed implements of war, but the measure. Oh, sorry. But the assurance and backing of the united people, so necessary to hasten the victory and speed the return of your fighting men. It's very cool. You probably can read it easier than I can. I was like really straining. I was like, my arms aren't quite long enough. But yeah, just a really cool book. I really like it. So I'll show you the back as well. What's going on in the back? Donald Duck is doing something. It's a bargain. So yeah, here's your chance to buy 2 whole years of happy reading at special low price. 24 entertaining full-length issues of Walt Disney Comics and Stories for only $1.75. Wow, that's so cheap. That was more than $1.75. Actually, that was under $100 though. It's pretty affordable. And then one of the series that I've been collecting, I want to get the full run of, and I'm really close because of this auction. Actually, they had a whole bunch that I needed. I won all of them except for 2. So I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Is Margie. I actually really like Margie. It's one of these Marvel Good Girl comics. And they had a really awesome collection of Marvel Good Girl. So this is a lower grade one. But they were all, I got every single one of them, I think under $80. So each, which is pretty awesome if you know the title. So yeah, this is Margie number 46 from 1949. So these are Marvel Good Girl ones. I'll show you the back as well. So that was a 2.5, and some of them are higher grade. So this one's higher grade. So we got another Margie, and this one's kind of cute. Honestly, fellas, there's plenty of seats down in the front. Please sit down. Oh, won't you? And they're all like sort of infatuated with her. So yeah. So so Margie number 48 from 1949. It's a off-white pager. Quite nice copy. And back here. I was going to show the rest of the Margies. They're all a little bit mixed up. Then we have Margie number 41. And this is from 1948. It's just a really cute one. Oh, and it's a 5.5. So really high grade for... The romance books are usually beat. So this one was... I was quite happy to get this for a really affordable price. So Margie... from 1948, and it says who did the cover. It doesn't say who did the cover, but it just has Harvey Kurtzman inside. But it's a really cool cover, Margie, and you get flowers on the back. That's number 41. So that's early Margie. Margie, actually, I think her first issue is 35, and then it's so these are early Margies. Even though it says 41. It was Comedy Comics before this. So this is Margie number 45. And what does it say? Riddle. Can you guess which one of these draftees was rejected for poor eyesight? So which one do you think was rejected for poor eyesight? So they all are staring at her except for this one guy. So yeah, so that's kind of cute. So I think that's really funny. But it's also got the annoying Bonnet stamp right here. So Bonnets is one of these places that had just a massive collection of comics. So you'll find a lot of Golden Age comics have their stamp. They would stamp them all. They would just stamp their books. So it's really annoying that they would sell their books with this big stamp. And this is a 3.5. Not a bad grade. I'll show you the back as well. So that was the collection of Margie, which was a pretty good collection. And then they also had another Good Girl title called Joker. I just thought this one was really great. Somebody actually offered me this same issue, and they wanted about twice. And that was actually a good price that they offered it at. I was like, oh, it's a bit much. I like it and all. And then the auction came up. I just, oh, I can even get it cheaper. So I didn't accept their offer. Yeah. This one has Basil Wolverton art, and it's timely 1946. So, and it's a really nice copy, actually. Like, really presents well. I don't actually, I'm just trying to find what the flaw is. Why did it get a 4.0? This is one of those ones where I think if you pressed it, it's like a little bit of a dent down here. But it looks like pressable. This is like one of those ones that you could probably press and get a 6. Yeah, it's a really nice presenting copy. So I was quite happy about this one. I was really excited to get this one. I got it for a really good price. This one was a little bit more than 100. I think it was like a 150 or something like that. So just a really cool book. Yeah. So, Skidsy, did you take me swimming or skating? He fell into the ice. That's really brutal. Okay. Okay. This next one, actually Steven got this one, and I always thought, oh, that's a really cool cover. And I kind of felt like, oh, I should really get this one too. So this is Captain Marvel Jr., and it's just a great atomic explosion cover. So you got him, and his cape kind of forms the mushroom cloud. So it's Captain Marvel Jr. Fawcett from 1947, and it's a Bud Thompson cover. Atomic explosion cover and panel. Just put a really nice copy of it. A 5.0. This book is usually a bit pricey, so I was quite happy to get this one. So, Captain Marvel Jr., number 53. So, that's a good one. There's not that many Captain Marvel Juniors that are expensive, but this is one of them. That's usually a little bit more pricey. Okay, so we go from Captain Marvel Jr. to DC with Flash Comics. And I have another one, which is him fighting a dragon. And this one's kind of similar. This looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something like that. And it's Flash Comics number 67 from 1945. And it's a Joe Kubert cover. Just a really pretty one. And this one was actually pretty affordable too. The total price for everything was like $3,000. So, you know, it was a lot of books. And they were all, there was a couple that were pretty pricey. But most of them were very affordable. So actually everything was, I think about half or a third of FMV is what I got everything for, which is pretty crazy. This next one I've wanted for a while, and actually I got some modern homage to it that was just came out recently. And it's Moon Girl. I've been trying to get the complete run of Moon Girl. I'm really close. I think I'm missing only 1 or 2 issues. So this is Moon Girl number 4. And this is from EC Comics 1948. And it is a Sheldon Moldoff cover. But it's a really great one. This is probably my favorite Moon Girl cover. Moon Girl has some pretty cool covers, but I really like this one. I just like the fact that it's sort of action-y. She's fighting this giant guy. I just think it's a really cool cover. The interesting thing about Moon Girl is EC didn't have superheroes. It didn't have, like, you know, it wasn't like DC and Marvel that had lots of superheroes. They only had Moon Girl. That was their only superhero character. So, Moon Girl number 4. So I have 1 through 4, I think, now, which is pretty good. And I have a few other of the issues, but it actually became a romance book later. Okay, I'm not sure which one to show. The next 3 are all big. The next one, these are all really big books. These are all big books. So we got Green Lantern, and this is Green Lantern number 10, and it says coupon cut out of 20th page. Okay, so it's considered, this is one of those weird things about blue labels, and something that you need to learn in a weird way. If this was higher graded copy, let's say it's a 3.0 or higher, then if there's like a coupon cutout or something that there's a piece missing, then it would get a green label. If it's below a 3, or sometimes you can say, hey, I want the blue label, they'll still give you the blue label. If it's really low grade, then they'll give you a 0.5. If it's a 1.8, you're sort of in that weird sweet spot where you get a blue label but still incomplete. It's kind of weird. But this is the very first appearance, and he's on the cover, of Vandal Savage. Now, Vandal Savage is a really interesting character. He was like a Cro-Mag man. You know, he's like a early man, and he gets superpowers, basically. And he lives forever. And he basically becomes super smart, and he basically, you know, knows all of history because he's been around since the beginning of human history. And he becomes, like, you know, all the evil people that we know along the way. Like, he's Napoleon and, like, all these kind of things. Like, he's kind of like the many of the great men, like Alexander the Great or something like that. You know, he's like all the great men in our history that tried to conquer the world. And so Vandal Savage is like, you know, in the modern era now, he tries to conquer the world. So, but he has like a whole bunch of technology that he's developed because he's super smart. And he had 10,000 years to work with. So, very smart guy. So, origin and first appearance of Vandal Savage. And it's a Irvin Hessen cover. Just a really cool one. Big book. Really, I was super excited to win this one. And I got it, as I said, I think it was $500, which is a really great price for this book. Usually it goes for closer to $1,000 probably. So I was quite happy about that. And the next one, this one I actually didn't think I would get because it is probably one of the harder books from the Crime Suspense Stories books to get. You know, there's a few of the big ones, like Crime Suspense Stories 20 is the one with the hanging cover, and 22 is the one with the chopped head cover. But this one also is really hard to get because it is Crime Suspense Stories #1. Just a harder issue to get. This one has obviously a piece missing, but if it wasn't for that piece, actually presents really, really well. Looks like somebody just tore a piece out of it, and then, but if it wasn't for that, it presents incredibly well. It's a Johnny Craig cover, and I think it's really funny because the guy's holding a picture, and the woman looks exactly like the picture. Not even like not in a different pose or anything, but exact same pose. It's like, and same clothing and stuff. It's just really funny. And it says, "This is the doll you're paying me to kill? Why, this is a picture of you." So just a really cool cover. So yeah. Okay, so we got one more. And this last one is a really cool book. I just really like it. And I didn't think I would win, actually. I was really shocked when I did win it. It is a little bit lower grade. It has brittle pages, but that's to be expected with this book in a way. This is Flame #6, and this is from Fox Featured Syndicate, and they use the worst paper quality ever. This would be a much higher grade if it wasn't for the brittle pages. It is just a stunning copy, but it is probably the best Flame cover, where you got this crazy bondage thing going on. You got this weird claw guy over here, and then you have the Flame, which is this character that is, you know, was very short-lived in the early Golden Age, and he's bursting through the wall. Very similar to the Human Torch. So, very similar. And it's, yeah, from 1941. Low grade, but just a really hard book to find. This is for the Flame run. I think it was like 6 issues, maybe a few more, but it was a very, very hard book to find. And I'm not even sure. I think the ad on the back, I'm not sure if Cuba is actually a real ad. I think Victor Fox made up this drink. I think this is one of those ads for something that doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure. Somebody can verify that for me, but pretty sure it's like one of those things where he just made up his own pop just to have something. But yeah, serve Cuba. It's a refreshing drink, but just a really classic early Fox Featured Syndicate book. They had a bunch of them: Mystery Men, Blue Beetle, The Flame, obviously, Science Comics. You know, they had a few that were really kind of these really cool titles. And yeah, so I was pretty excited to get this one. I was like, oh man, I can't believe I won that. And yeah, because again, it's a pretty big book. It's pretty hard to find. So those are my Comic Link auction wins. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments what you thought. Which book did you like the best? And have you ever bought from Comic Link? If you haven't, you might want to check them out. Pretty good auction site. They have pretty good cool stuff. So again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.